With us now is Republican Senator Markwayne Mullin of Oklahoma. Senator, welcome. The conventional wisdom about this election has changed. For most of the past year, former President Donald Trump was ahead of President Joe Biden. And then after their debate in June, it seemed like it was the former president's race to lose pretty clearly, with the vice president now surging in the polls. Can we now say, would you say that Republicans are losing this presidential race?
Oh, absolutely not. All this is a little bit of a honeymoon phase with Harris. She still hasn't taken any questions from media. She's done no interviews whatsoever, and she's hiding from her record. You have to answer those questions at some point. And this is what I remind people all the time. There's a huge difference between Biden and Harris. Biden was the puppet for the progressive movement, and Harris is the progressive movement. She was the progressive movement when she was in San Francisco. She was the progressive movement before she came to the Senate. She was the most liberal outside of Bernie Sanders. She was the most liberal senator in the Senate. And her policies for the last 4 years are very clear. Now, all of a sudden, she's trying to flip on that. She says she knows how to fix the border. And Donald Trump is all words. Give me a break. Donald Trump had a secured border. She's a border czar, and we see terrorists coming across. We have over 10 million illegals coming here, and we have fentanyl flooding our streets. You can't run from your policies of saying you're going to ban fracking and now start trying to flip-flop on that. You can't say that you're going to do a mandatory buyback on guns and then try to flip-flop on those issues. At some point, she's going to be held accountable. At some point, she's going to speak off script, and people are going to see her. And I think Donald Trump will be who he is. You know what you get with Harris, Biden administration. You know what you got, and we know what we had underneath the Trump administration, and people know they're better off underneath Trump.
Well, I want to ask about that. A new poll from the folks at Ipsos found that when it comes to the question of who cares about people like you, the vice president outrunning the former president by 6 points on that question. Now, I can tell you that in modern times, the person who wins this question wins the election. Donald Trump beat Hillary Clinton on this question in 2016. Joe Biden won it in 2020. This is the one. But the former president does seem like he's maybe more focused on personal attacks on his rival than reconnecting with persuadable voters. Is that fair to say?
I don't think so. What you're seeing is President Trump continue to go out there and tell his message. And when he gets attacked or people are coming against him, he will defend himself. He always has. And I'll tell you, as a person, President Trump's a friend of mine, and he's not just a friend because of politics. He's a friend because when my son was injured in 2020, January 17th of 2020, with a dramatic brain injury, and he woke up the next day and he was a different kid, went through 18 months of severe rehab. President Trump called us every day. He came to California to see my son. Someone that loves their kids like that, someone that speaks positive to them, is someone that you see another side of. There's a reason why his kids love him. There's a reason why his family's always around him. There's a reason why his grandkids are there, because the guy's a likable individual. But he's also a strong leader, and a leader sometimes has to make tough decisions. And the tough decisions, he may say things that people don't like, but at the same time, proof's in the pudding. Tell us who you're better underneath. Tell us what type of world we were living underneath when Trump was in office. Were we safer underneath Trump? Yes. Did we have a stronger economy underneath Trump? Yes, we did. Did we have a stronger military? Absolutely we did. So you got to compare the two. We have, for the first time ever, two administrations running against each other, and their records are clear.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.